Well, we're coming up on crunch time again. Rent is going to be due for a lot of Coloradans. Governor Polis has not gone as far as governors in a number of states that have issued statewide halts on evictions. He did issue an executive order that directs government agencies to work with property owners on rent. And he said that you're not going to get evicted right now because the courts are closed and the sheriff's deputies are tied up with other stuff. But of course, those are temporary measures. We asked our Steve Steger to find out what happens when the people who owe rent suddenly are forced to pay up.
What happens on May 1st?
So I don't think we know, and this is why this is such a troubling situation.
Right now, there's a lot of people working to figure out what happens next.
Attorney Zach Newman represents folks who are getting evicted. Michelle Ling speaks for a group representing landlords, the Apartment Association of Colorado. Two different perspectives, yet neither could tell us what exactly will happen when the courts open back up.
When these lawsuits start to land, I think we're going to see a tidal wave of evictions like we've never seen before in this state. And now is the time to start preparing for that and preventing it.
Newman leads a group called COVID-19 Eviction Defense Project, a team of volunteer attorneys prepared to help what he expects to be a rush of tenants. His group has done some modeling, and they say without further federal assistance or state action, 450,000 Coloradans could be at risk of eviction by the end of the year.
It is April 28th. We are just scratching the surface of this crisis.
Right now, nobody is, that we're aware of is really moving forward with eviction.
The Apartment Association disagrees with that number. They point to their own data showing 9% of their residents haven't paid April rent.
There's certainly need out there.
Ling says the Apartment Association wants people to stay in their homes and pay their bills so landlords can pay theirs. They've set up a fund to help renters, and they are encouraging tenants who are in trouble to tell their landlord and ask for help.
The hope is that we can all come together and work these issues out.
So Newman's group is pushing the governor. They want a statewide moratorium on evictions. As of now, the governor has only issued that one executive order that you talked about, Kyle, that directs state government to work with property owners. It's not exactly a moratorium. Newman says this would give people some time to catch up on their bills. He's not doing this to advocate that people don't pay their rent. He's doing this to give folks a little bit of extra time. So, the governor has danced around this idea of a moratorium before. We asked his office again today and did not get a direct answer to our question.
He used to dance around the question about whether he could freeze rent. I asked him that and got a non-answer a couple of times. He eventually said he didn't have the power to do a statewide rent freeze. Do we know if he thinks he has the power or has the power to do an eviction moratorium?
So we asked his office if he thinks he has the power. They, again, didn't give us the direct answer to that. We did talk to a CU professor today who says that it is in the emergency order. It grants the governor the power to do something like this in multiple ways. He just has not addressed that directly.
Well, that seems like a pretty clear answer. All right. Steve Steger, thank you very much.